Last week we were looking at this powerful story from Genesis 26 that traces Isaac's journey from lack to abundance, from famine to enlargement, because he dared to sow in the midst of a famine. He decided to be generous and to give and be contrary to what he was facing. And after he experiences the abundance and the multiplication from God, he could have been satisfied and pitched his tent there, not Isaac. He needs more, and he decides to move, this time to Beersheba, the place of 7 wells. From digging 1 well at a time, he moves to a place of 7 wells, and the Lord appears to him there. That is the place where he has an encounter with God, and it says he immediately builds an altar to God, which is a heart of worship, and he decides to pitch his tent there. Some of us get so excited with the success, we pitch our tent in Rehoboth, not Isaac. He pitched his tent in Beersheba, which is living and abiding with the presence and godly encounters, living in a place of worship. And when that happens, it says Abimelech, the ruler of the Philistines, sees that God is with Isaac, and he comes with his people and he says, "Surely the Lord is with you." We need to make an oath of peace. The greater testimony than winning over your adversary is when your enemies can see God's favor in your life and are able to testify to that and want to make peace. When God is with us, even enemies will be at peace. And Isaac, of course, prepares a great feast for the Philistines. They eat and drink and they make peace. Beersheba, the place of 7 wells, is the place where God will encounter you and you will live a life of worship. That is the time when it says his people dug another well, so wells keep coming, but it changes to where Isaac became a well. The rivers of living water were flowing out of him. We're called to dig wells until we become